Good day. Today we have Mrs. Jackson, Judy Moore Jackson. Clarify that for me. Let me understand. Let persons who are listening understand where the Moore came from and how the Jackson came about. Good day.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. I was born as Judy Moore. Moore because my father, Otley Moore, from Chumuka, and my mom, Pinky, she was married to him. So they both, becomes one.
You'll tell me
And
a bit more about Pinky. Who is Pinky eventually?
Pinky is my mom.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
that's her correct
She
name.
is from Shatibile, and she's living in Belmont now. She's married. It's not her current name. She has changed her name like twice or three times.
So what's her biological name? What's her official name?
Her name is Florence Edwards.
All right. Better known as Pinky.
Better known as Pinky.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. Tell us a bit about you growing up. Where did you grow up?
I was born in Shatibile, all the way in Shatibile. Yes. And I spent a couple of years there growing up as a young girl, and then we moved up to Tongue.
Okay.
Tongue as in Old Montrose, going to primary schools, different primary schools. Yes.
You could recall any of the primary schools?
Yeah, I went to 5 primary schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Okay, 5.
Yes, 5.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Name a few.
I started out with the Shatibile Primary School, wearing white and red uniform. Went to Old Montrose. Living at Old Montrose, we went to Stony Ground School. At one point, we were living in Belay, so when we attended the Richmond Hill Primary School, and then we moved to Union Island, where I attended the Union Island Primary School, and then I came back up to St. Vincent, and I attended the Lord Village Government School.
Then you went off to what secondary school you went off
I went to 4 secondary schools.
to? Interesting. 5 primary and 4
Yes, I am
secondary.
well educated. All my life I've been going from school to schools. One person said to me one time, well, you got to be well educated, you know. So I did fail common entrance, Stony Ground School, by 4 marks. And I went to a reject school called Institute of Commerce and Science. Well, I say reject because those days they used to say those children who fail common entrance would go to a reject school. Okay? And then I went on from the Institute of Commerce and Science. Those of you who can remember that school, Mr. Games, can't remember the first name, but Mr. Games opened that school. He used to teach at the intermediate high school.
Who Games that is? That's the Games that has a bookstore?
Probably their brother, the one who has the pharmacy.
Okay, yes.
And that one who has the bookstore, maybe they're relatives.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they've some relatives, maybe brothers.
Right. Maybe brothers, right.
Yes.
So with that school, Institute of Commerce and Science, then we went on to Mike Harry's Academy. That's a school that used to be at Otley Hall. Miss Lane, she opened that one. And at one point, I left her secondary school. I think when we reached Form 4, I moved on to the Union Island Secondary School. I spent 1 term there. Yes, at the Union Island Secondary School. I returned to St. Vincent. I went back to the Mike Harry's Academy. And at one point, when my dad realized that, maybe the school is not really registered as it should be, and maybe we may not be able to do the CXC and so on, I was transferred from the Mike Harry's Academy to the intermediate high school.
All right.
And that's where I did my subjects. And then I move on to the technical college, St. Vincent Technical
gotcha.
College. I
Alright.
did my 10 subject course in business, and of course I obtained my certificate. I passed all
Congratulations.
I passed my course, I got my certificate and I'm well qualified now, thank God for that.
So where are you currently working?
I'm working at East Caribbean Metals in Camden Park. That's the galvanized factory, ECMIL. If you need your galvanize, you know where to come. It's opposite the St. Vincent Brewery, and we take care of your needs, your roofing needs.
All right. So tell us a bit about your family line now. Before we talk about your siblings or your brothers and sisters, and so let's talk about how far back you could go. Your father's parents and family. Let's talk about them.
To be really honest with you, I don't think I know them in person. I can remember seeing my grandfather once, probably just a glimpse of my grandfather.
Okay.
Or if I have ever seen him, I just really can't remember. But anyways, we used to call him Papa. He from Georgetown. He was living at Georgetown. He have kids with a lady there. Besides having daddy them, he had a new set of children with a lady. And well, he passed away now, of course. And so my dad, there's my dad, and then mommy now, her mother was Sylvanie Jones. We used to call her Miss Edwards.
Okay, from?
I think she was from, I can't remember where she was from, but she was living at Old Montrose all the years.
Okay.
I think she spent some time in Trinidad, but she was living at Old Montrose up to the time of her passing. Okay. The old lady down at the Praise House, everybody should know Miss Edwards, who used to sell coals.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
that's
my mother's mom.
You're on your mom's
Yes.
side. What about you have more to say on
And
that?
my mother's father, he was a Carib.
Okay.
His name was, Lassington Edwards.
Okay.
Lassington Edwards. Right. He used to play a quacho. I can't tell you where he was from, but I can tell you he was living in Union Island and Canouan in the Grenadine Islands.
Okay.
Back and forth. He used to play a quacho. Short. And I think he used to like to drink a lot of rum. So most people would remember my grandfather as, the quacho man.
All right.
He was very hardworking though. He used to work with the sanitation department. Yeah. He too came and had a new set of children, just like my grandfather, my father's father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And some even younger than me. I have to call them auntie and uncles. Yeah. And what I can remember about my father's mother, I didn't say anything about her, but she was immense more.
All right.
From Chomoka.
Okay.
Living in Chomoka all the years. Most people would remember the slang immense that came out of Chomoka with my grandmother immense, where it says Saga Quat, eat out all immense start. I don't know. Some people would remember that.
Okay.
She was my grandmother. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So tell us a bit about your siblings now.
My mom had 8 children alive. My sister Andrea, she's in Union Island. Andrea Edwards. There's Donna Edwards. She's in Canouan.
Okay.
She sells by the school. And there's myself.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Judy
Esther. Esther. She is a nurse/seamstress.
Okay.
And of course, I aspired myself to be a seamstress, a professional seamstress.
Lovely.
Right. I think it's in the family because my grandmother used to make underwears, her own underwears. Sometimes you see them hanging on the line and they have some big elastic in the waist.
Mm-hmm.
and the legs, but at least they never used to drop off of her. So I think I wear one or two back in the day when she would call me and say, she gave me one to put on. It's not that I was bare buttocks, but
so you had an interesting
but
time
she
growing
used
up.
to she used to share with us. So
all right, okay.
we had to wear what she
made. Interesting.
Yeah.
So you have Donna. You said how much siblings you say?
Donna, there's
and
Donna.
Those are sisters, only sisters.
Esther, and then there's Jennifer. She's like a big, tall giant. She's in Canawan. She's married with 2 sons. And there's Annlyn. Annlyn is in Trinidad. She's also married to 2 kids. Yeah, but I have 2 brothers. There's Judy Moore. He's in Canawan. He's married too. And there's Akili Moore.
All right. Okay.
He is in Grenada right now.
Grenada.
Better known as DJ Shares.
Oh, he's into music.
Yes,
all right.
My brother.
Interesting. So tell the Vincentian public who's actually listening to this broadcast. They're listening and they're actually reading what we are discussing today. What encouragement do you have for any Vincentian, aspiring young Vincentian?
Well, to the young people mainly, you have to have a focus in life. Okay, you have to set goals and work towards it.
All right.
Okay, it's not gonna happen for you if you don't do it for yourself. So don't make others distract you. Okay, that's for the young people.
For the older ones now.
But parents now and older ones must encourage and support the younger ones, because when we leave them up, and I say when we leave them up, when we leave up our children, or when, yes, I know some people would argue and say you can't talk to people's children anymore, but still do your part as an individual.
Exactly.
Because you would feel better when you say what you're doing is wrong.
At least you help to guide.
Yes, you just never know what impact
you can have
you
on
might
them.
make on someone.
That's true.
So each one of us just do our part,
Okay.
And I think some people could get touchy at times.
Yes.
It's like everything you jump at and everything is a problem.
Okay.
And making others uncomfortable, which could be on the workplace or at school or wherever. But as human beings, we gotta learn to love and not just say it, but
in action.
Yeah, make it.
Mrs. Jackson, the one thing we forgot to ask, we talk about your siblings, but we never talk about your immediate family.
Me, I'm married. My husband is called, he is Ernie Jackson, better known as Sting Dog.
Okay.
Some persons might know him as the General.
Yeah, okay.
Hot cock. I don't know if Sian would cut out that word from my my interview.
No, if that is what they call him, that's what this interview is all about. Is Vinci talking about the real thing happening.
Some people know him as, boss man, or
Okay.
He fixes cell phones and he can do almost anything,
except probably
make a baby, like carry a pregnancy.
Okay.
So you can call on him if you need your phone or your radio, your appliances and so on.
Okay.
He might just be able to help. It's not every single thing. If he touch 10 things, he might get about 6.
Yeah, like everything.
Everything. In everything is ups and downs,
What about you?
I have 2 kids.
Right?
Judy Jackson, the singer.
Yeah, Judy.
Yes, she's 17 years old and she goes to the community college. And I'm trying my best to see how I can support her in every way so she can keep her head up, right?
Okay.
And I have a little boy, 7 years old.
Awesome.
His name is Johnny. better known as Fat Man.
Okay,
Yeah, he
okay.
goes to the Lowman's Leeward Primary School.
And what I should
He's
add,
in grade 3.
this recording is in September 2019. So
Oh,
somebody who might
yes.
be listening to this and heard about the dates and so going to primary and going to the college, you don't these persons don't already gone on, you know. When I say gone on, like gone on to probably to medical school or gone overseas and so on at the time. All right, I want to thank you so much, Mrs. Jackson, for chit-chatting with us in our Vincentian
Oh,
Stories,
yes.
and look forward to more
Yeah.
connections as we make this program one of the best programs, very interesting and informative programs. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
No problem. Thank you.